to hold us down, but they can't control us now. Today's the day, revolution's on its way. Our time is now. Hold the line, this is how we'll be defined. Just stand your ground, give and take, only works when both sides really give and take. The revolution's on its way. Look around, what do you know? This whole damn place is about to blow. Look around, what do you see? I see the wolves at bay coming after me. Oh, 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 get ready for the war. They're coming now, yeah, they're right outside the door. Break us down more. They want it all. They're gonna try to take us all. They wanna see us fall. Get ready for the war. Look around, what do you know? This whole damn place is about to blow. Look around, what do you see? I see the wolves at bay coming after me. Oh, 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 get ready for the war. They're coming now, yeah, they're right outside the door. Look around, what do you know? This whole damn place is about to blow. Look around, what do you see? I see the wolves at bay coming after me. Oh, 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 get ready for the war. They're coming now, and they're right outside the door. They're coming now, yeah, they're right outside the door.
What?
Okay.
I think all we got were come.
Hi, welcome to Finding
Hello.
Lost Hope. It's chaos as always. It was actually orderly right before this. Just-
Surprisingly.
Yeah, was running down
Had to bring in a little
fun stuff.
fun.
Yeah.
goofy action.
Yeah. Well, and then sadly, I don't think it caught.
Yeah,
Oh really?
Hello, Jeff.
we will only. Hello, Jeff. We will only find out later when we go back to watch this.
Right.
But hello, I am Zach, the humble DM of Campaign 1. And we're not talking about Campaign Point 5, but I'm also Garen Tinker, which we will be playing this Saturday.
We could touch on it because we don't have a lot to hit on with the last two sessions, and if we want to touch on the last session of Point 5 to get people ready for Saturday, we can. But
Well, and that kind of leads into what I was about to say. This is going to be a shorter recap, just because Session 52 and Session 53 we're going to be covering here, because we didn't do a recap last week. We took some time off to just take some time off. We all needed it.
we all needed it.
We all needed it. So we're going to be covering both 52 and 53. We'll also be talking about Campaign Point 5, Session 4.
I believe it was Session 4.
Session 4.
There were three
or four.
3 or 4. I can't
Whatever
remember.
the last one
There
was.
was 3, I thought.
Was it 3? I'm checking. Continue talking.
But there wasn't a lot that happened in the past few sessions, but there's a lot that's happening above table as far as conversations and things like that that will allude into the things that'll be happening in Session 53 of Campaign 1 and Session 4 or 5. So Session 4 of Campaign Point 5.
Yep.
This is going to be more alluding to things, maybe discussing some things that needed to be fleshed out a little bit more. Like, I know you might have a ton of questions that you might want answers to.
Yeah.
Because you're not here with us often. Why don't you tell the wonderful people who you are?
Oh, the wonderful people.
introduce
who I
yourself.
am. Yeah, I'm not usually here on Wednesdays. This is crazy. So, my name is Caden. I'm Bo and Beetle Deedle in Campaign 1. I'm our lovely one half of our quote-unquote self-quote-mated Boom Brothers.
The Boom Boom Boys.
Boom Boom Boys, as Savannah or Zem likes to put it. So,
I mean, to be fair, y'all's duo name at the very beginning of the campaign was the Boys Who Blast.
it was.
Yeah.
It was. I remember that. I remember. But yeah, I'm not usually here, so I'm making a little guest special appearance since I'm in town and everything like that.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, the storyline of we've got the holograph our hologram projection.
Working.
Yeah.
We just can't work it all the time yet. We're still working out those couple kinks.
Right.
But
We're getting close.
we're getting close.
Luckily, the AI is now self, aware, and
I
has
am?
a knack for engineering. So
Yeah. It's great.
I'm self-aware.
We downloaded a nice engineering program into the system, so
we just uploaded all of the what is it, the Britannica Encyclopedia
Yeah.
last like the 2023 edition.
Yeah,
And
and then
every
gave the
edition
AI an
before.
alcohol problem, and then called it a day.
So
Yeah.
we decided to water cool with beer.
Oh, it works wonders. So let me tell you that.
Oh,
Wow.
but tell the lovely people who you are.
Hi, I am Whitehawk, otherwise known as Gavin, or Tomei Ata at the table. I am also the wonderful DM for campaign 0.5, and also the humble sponsor for our lovely giveaway we're having this Saturday. Using this as a way to segue into
Oh, correct.
announcements
Yeah.
real quick. So we have.
Go get it. Go get it.
He's
Yeah.
gonna be our. He's
It's-
gonna be
it's
our
right here behind
demo
me.
boy.
All right,
We have a
So,
lovely, wonderful.
You have all of this space right here to demo.
All right.
Yeah, so we have our wonderful giveaway that is happening. Hold on, Kaden. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. We have a wonderful giveaway that is happening this Saturday due to Fleeting Hope hitting affiliateship last week. Saturday, April 1st at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time.
It is not a joke.
It is not.
That's just coincidence.
It is very coincidental, but it's real. We have the items here. There will be a lot more coming out here soon about it, but we've got a few great items. To be entered to win, you do need to be following both myself, Whitehawk_10, and at Fleeting Hope, which is the channel you guys are on Twitch. Make sure you're following both channels. And then Saturday, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, you need to be in chat when we go to break in order to win. If you're not there when we go on break, unfortunately, you will not be able to win. So, with that being said, let's talk about some of the items that we've got here. So first off, I'll start with what Caden has in his hand. It is a wonderful D20, accurately written out D20 dice bag.
Ooh.
Yeah, pretty colors, does the nice like little rainbow effect. We do have a few of the diverse groups of people, so thought the rainbow effect really described us and hopefully some of the viewerships out there. Absolutely amazing. Inside the dice bag, we also have a regular set of resin dice.
Ooh.
They're very beautiful, very pretty. They were picked out by the wonderful Queen Hawk, my lovely girlfriend. She chose them because she felt like that set best described the group as a whole, in her eyes.
The coloring, the cameras here aren't doing it justice. It's like Caden's sweater currently on camera. Like if you look
like
at the
white with like very like Arctic kind of blue type deal.
it's almost like seafoam froth.
And there, don't show that one because that's
a surprise.
That's a secret surprise that is inside the dice bag for whoever wins. Nextly, we'll go ahead and do those. We're gonna do our candles. We've got Bardic Inspiration Candle. Absolutely amazing. These are D20 shaped candles. The scents, in my opinion, are immaculate. I am jealous of this fucking set. I want these fucking candles. And as found out here recently, one of those candles is a special candle.
Yes.
Won't say why, but it's a special candle.
There's a surprise.
And here is the other one.
It is called Bonus Action.
This is my favorite
Caden,
one.
if you would read what the descriptions of those scents are for me,
Yeah,
Zach
read-
will
go
take
ahead,
one
read
and Caden
Bardic-
takes
go
the
ahead,
other.
read Bardic
While he
Inspiration.
shows off bonus action here, I'm gonna read off Bardic Inspiration. Add the sense of smell to your bardic repertoire with this exhilarating blend of fruity pear, peach nectar, and wild berries merged with water lily, apple blossoms, and a touch of jasmine underscored by notes of warm vanilla and crisp sandalwood.
It's a lot of fucking flavors of scents, but it smells so good.
It really
Like,
does.
oh my
This
god.
one really does smell good. It's
Beautiful.
very
This one though is like
it's got a floral earthy tone to it.
Ooh.
with those like hints of fruity notes dancing
Right.
across the floral
And
notes.
none of those scents are overpowering.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about it. It's a nice subtle hint to it.
All right.
But Bardic Inspiration. Thank you, Zach.
So we have bonus action here, which I'll read. So this lively fragrance takes your bonus action to new levels with a zing of sugared lemon and orange in the lead, followed by a sweet bakery batter and a hint of coconut underscored with warm buttery vanilla. Bonus action's invigorating aroma will have you reaching for your dice faster than you can say, "Beholder," and it smells immaculate.
I can give some scent notes. Ooh, this one
Like-
has a bit of a musk.
Yeah, like it says, like the kind of the zestiness.
Mmm.
If I want to use that word, it's very zesty.
It's like if you. This is gonna sound weird. If you had a like barrel full of lemons and limes and oranges that had this just nice layer of moss and algae growing up the side of the barrel,
Okay.
like
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay,
It's
I
super,
can
it's
picture
super
that.
Nice. It's super nice.
it gives me like Pacific Northwest forest vibes.
Yep. And then lastly in this wonderful, or well, not lastly, but one of the last items is a wonderful essentials kit from D&D. This essentials kit has a lot of different cool things inside, including a DM screen, a set of dice, some cool little mini battle map kind of things, and a starter adventure. So you can read into it. It gives you the quick basics of how to build a character. It already has pre-made characters that you and your friends can get together and run your own quick little one-shot D&D adventure. I actually have this set, and it's actually super cool and super interesting. I actually have the set that I got from my essentials kit that I got a long time ago.
Oh, this comes with more than just a set of dice.
Does it?
It's 11 dice.
Oh wow.
So it gives you some extra ones, which makes sense. You gotta have some extra D6s. You gotta have a couple D8s. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh, and it comes with cards. It comes with cards to hand out. It comes with handouts, y'all. This shit.
It's dope.
This is
If you want to
nice.
get into D&D, look no further.
Yeah.
The Essentials Kit
This is nice.
gives you everything that you would ever need.
Yeah, the DM screen for this one I recognize, but it's not the one that I had.
yeah, because we had that conversation that
Yeah.
we had one before, but we have no idea where the fuck it went.
Yeah, because the one that I have, if I'm not mistaken, you had gotten like the starter set. As
No,
well.
no,
'Cause
I've
there's
only
the
ever had
starter set and the
essentials.
essential set.
Yeah.
I've only ever had the essentials because I still have the box.
Okay, well somebody got the starter set.
And that's
'Cause
where
that's
you
where
got
mine
yours.
came
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
The one with like the dragon on it. Yeah.
The one with the dragon on it. If you're at home watching and you remember the old DM screen with all the stickers on it, that
Mhm.
came from the starter set.
Yeah, but absolutely amazing items that you get. Lastly, but certainly not least, we don't have it yet and in person because we're working on it. The entire set will also come with a signed photograph of the actual Fleeting Hope crew that is present at the table and actually playing. Also, if we can't get everybody in one picture, there'll be a couple selfies signed by the other players that are involved as well. But they'll be worth something one day. Or you just have a nice little picture of us.
Right.
And on the back, written by me and Zach as and Caden as founding fathers of Fleeting Hope, there will be a nice little message from us written on the back of the picture,
Yeah.
just thanking you for your support and everything, and maybe a couple extra notes in there. But
Absolutely.
We'll make sure Gavin doesn't write it so that you can read it.
exactly, exactly. But yeah. So again, just make sure you are present Saturday, April 1st at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time for the stream. At around 11:30, 12 o'clock is when we're going to go on break. And at break, like as soon as we go to break, is when we're going to do the actual drawing of the winner. So make sure you're awake, you're on stream, you're ready to rock and roll. Because best of luck to you all. And yeah.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
I was going to say that, but I was like, it's too cliche.
That's why I threw the voice on it.
Yeah. Yes, but Moving on now to
Other quick announcements. The Beacons link, it's out there. Find us other places. Anyways. So.
Are we not doing drinking snacks?
Oh yeah, drink snack check. I almost forgot.
That's why I had went.
Yeah.
Let's quickly run through it.
Why don't you kick us off? Drinking snack check.
I got adult big boy juice, real big boy juice. This should put hair on your chest. And then I also have a Quick Trip chicken bacon ranch grilled cheese.
Ooh.
I want to be sponsored by them.
Sponsorship from QT would be wild.
Right.
You imagine just like you take a break from stream. You're just like, hey guys, I'm gonna take a real quick 30-minute break. I'm gonna go grab a snack or something real quick. I'll be right back.
QT.
Right? Hit intermission. Run to QT. Throw them your little card or whatever.
We also have a stretch real quick
Oh,
from
stretch.
Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Good stretch.
Oh
to
my
start.
god, I needed this.
Oh, thank you, Jeff, for that quick little stretch. We appreciate you. This is also the only session that we get to actually talk with chat.
This is where we interact with chat.
Yeah.
Unless we have big ol' how far have we gotten into this? Cool, I can say it if it goes on YouTube. Big ol' fucky wuckies. If we have big ol' fucky wuckies, we talk to chat. Like microphones just not working.
Yeah.
Which, that's something I want to touch on as we get started talking about the sessions here. Session 52 and session 53 were the first sessions that we used the lavalier mics. Or did we use it for session
We
52?
used-
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
Yeah, we used them for session 52, and they actually weren't terrible.
Yeah.
It was a little echoey,
But they worked.
but they worked and it was fine. And then
Session
for some fucking
53.
reason.
Session 53, they just went, hey, remember how we worked so well? Fuck that. So, I'm working on it. We're with Old Reliable right now, if you couldn't tell. But the headache. So, if you watch the last couple main campaign sessions and you have questions, we understand. That's what this is for. So be ready to throw your questions in chat at any point. We will ask for them towards the end for the Q&A section though. So session 52, session 53, and session 51, they were all prep sessions.
Yeah.
You all took time, separated from each other in your home areas to work on stuff. Do some much needed RP, do some much needed tinkering, some much needed, just talking. It was a lot of talking. It was a lot of trying to put pieces together and like line your shit up from your backstories, more or less. Like, yo, we're gonna take some time to just like, solidify some shit.
Character development.
Yeah,
all that jazz.
character.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it was just character development, which I'm 100% here for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
There is
being
one
able
thing
to-
I want to talk on that is huge character development.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm going to talk on a first big thing that kind of happened above table, and we didn't really start to see until Belwyn and Robert went into Oath, and that was Kelpos and Belwyn's character growth. A lot of Belwyn's character growth has happened behind.
It
this
has, honestly, because I don't think Belwyn and Kelpos were able to interact like beforehand, like before they made up. So it didn't really
The only
have like not much of an impact on everyone else other than I guess like me in my head.
right,
So,
and Robert had noticed and was like, there was a little bit of caution on the wind with how Kelpos was responding and everything. He's
Yeah.
just like, that's different. But hey, there she is.
Finally.
But no, the whole Kelpos and Belwyn storyline is something I hope that we get to explore a little bit more.
Mhm. Yeah,
Maybe at some point.
With Kalen's brother also being a part of his troop.
right.
The possibility of y'all interacting with them is through the roof now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's high, especially with the route the party's kind of wanting to go right now, just to kind of let's figure a couple things out right now, which we'll obviously touch on here in a little bit. But yeah, it is very much a high probability that maybe both parties join together for a little while for an adventure.
Which I'm gonna have to do a little bit of delving back into some character sheets because I forgot I haven't changed their levels
Yeah.
since y'all reached level 8.
Yeah.
And their party when they got together
Were a
were
little behind, weren't they?
a little bit behind, and some of them were much lower level. Like her brother was the lowest level in the party
Yeah.
when they had all gotten together because he had just gotten his subclass when y'all met him.
Yeah.
But no, so like the only interactions with Kelpos that I can remember the party having, one of those times you weren't there.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if that was when
I think that was
the party was an oath at the temples.
That might have been no, because he was there because Jackson and him had that.
was
You were
there.
back at the house.
Yeah.
That's right. You weren't there for everybody else's interaction with Kelpos,
Yeah.
though, which everybody else got to interact with Kelpos. And I had played him off, I'm a little bit, I think I'm better than you.
Yeah.
Prim, proper.
Yeah, which is
Traditional
what I had
asshole.
What I had in mind for him.
Right.
Took me forever to get that out.
It's been a long day.
It has been a long
but-
day.
that whole party has had a lot of, like, character development on their own. Because Kelpos is now traveling around with Agrid. And Agrid talks to dead people. That's way against the norm. That is
Oh yeah.
so against the grain that Kelpos, for a while, did not like Agrid.
I can see that. Yeah.
But Agrid's friend, who introduced him to everybody, is the one, like, true arcanist in the party.
Yeah.
The Blade Singer. So Kelpos is like,
Like fuck.
I gotta fucking deal with this guy. For his sake, not for his sake. So yeah, no, seeing a little bit of that come through now at the table, that change of that development that he's had, as well as seeing, Belwyn's interactions with him aren't as, there's a little less friction
Yeah.
in those
I feel
interactions.
There's not a knife held behind the back.
a lot
Yeah.
less friction. Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause,
it's
like if a lot of things kind of behind the scenes, like whenever I kind of had a little hiatus, if that didn't happen, it'd be a lot different.
right. And we can touch on that because I don't think we really have had.
I don't think we really
touch on
have
it
with
at the
like
table.
everyone at the table. It's just kind of been more like a you and me type thing.
Yeah.
you know?
So if we want to touch on that, we can a little bit.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that with DM notes, which is
Yeah.
a little later on
Later,
in this. But that was one of the first big things I wanted to touch on. You had something.
Mm-hmm.
What was your big thing from? By the way, everybody at home, somebody's joined us. Why don't you introduce yourself real quick? Sorry,
No, you're fine.
we're at a perfect like intersection point.
I'm Danny.
Who do you play?
And I play Kaylin and or Lilith in .5.
And we're going over session 52,
Yeah.
session 53, and we're gonna touch a little bit on session
session
3 of
three.
.5,
Yeah.
Okay.
just a
Just
little bit.
But what I kind of wanted to hit on for like talking about character growth and everything like that, was with Tomei. And like, Tomei's been very much like that home is where he needs to be and blah blah blah, but he's always been kind of like what's mine is mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to play into that Jameson's here, somebody that could he just saw an entire archdruid council get wiped out. He has to go fight a fucking dragon now.
Essentially, his first world problems became negligent.
Yeah, right. Like now that kind of hits him. That's why the couple nights like I was playing Jackson more is because Tomei took that back seat for like this is a lot to process.
Yeah, his keen mind was running laps which makes
Right.
sense.
So when he went home, he realized material things aren't what really gets the world moving or gets things done. So he started just spending it. Get it out of the way. It's not even worth it at this point. If you only live once, what's the point?
Right.
To hoarding it, basically.
Right. He realized dragons are stupid.
Right.
Is definitely not true, but the hoarding idea of a dragon is kind of stupid. Like, you have innate magic. You can spend this gold to get the things you need to practice that innate magic and become even more powerful.
Yeah, it's dumb. But he developed that. That's why he gave Sarah Lee 20,000 gold, because he was like, quit fucking working. Like, stop working your life away. It's short. And then that's why he's also like throwing those couple tips around now. And he's also like, he went to Sarah Lee's versus Griffin's, or not Sarah Lee's, Cece's.
Cece's, yeah.
Versus the Griffin's place. And that's why he had the armor for Peach's commissioned, because not only is it Peaches needs a little armor buff, but it's also it's something for something else.
Which I need to now put that together as well. What Peach's
A
fucking
new
stat
stat
block
block.
is. All of the things. And I'm
But
still
also-
focused on other things.
Yeah, but also in that character growth, you know, he still has a goal in mind. And the information he got from Sarah Lee, the leaders of tal'dorei and the Tal'dorei Republic are all meeting in Kaimal here soon. And it's very much his first immediate thought was Allura Vysoren. Because that's the only name he knows. He knows of the Arcana Pansophical, and he knows that name. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
So immediately he thought of her. And said, if I'm ever going to have an opportunity, this is it. And if he's also playing into that, we're not as fucked as we think we are. Because he's now leaning on his charm to more or less word his way into we need help. So
Which
that
I'm excited for future stuff, because that plays into something that we've talked about with a possibility for a feature.
yeah,
down the
right.
line.
But as far as like the character growth goes,
Yeah.
like I felt like Tomei also, like I know there wasn't a lot of like RP that I got. A lot of my RP was kind of short and sweet just because I kept it that way personally.
You utilized the time that you had perfectly, like at Daisy's, pulling out the black bottle and offering it to Daisy to put up on the shelf. Like, you just gave away some of the alcohol that you like. Like, Tomei doesn't do that. So I was seeing it. That was my first instance of seeing that character growth, like through and through. Your character growth has all been behind the scenes, so I've had an image of it for a while.
Yeah, but I don't think everyone else has had something.
Right.
Like that.
Right, and I am so excited for the party to like ask Belwyn questions more. 'Cause
Yeah.
they just don't. Like, I feel like when it comes to interactions with Belwyn, everyone keeps it very like brief and quick and to the point.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, to be honest, I think the only reason we don't ask questions really about each other is because we're all focused on our own things.
Right.
Leviathan's constantly like, I'm focused on building this, I'm focused on building that. Zim's focused on Rowan or whoever else is downstairs. Kaylin's over there like, I don't know what we're doing, but I know we're gonna die. And it's just trying to focus on her own family and her own arrows now.
She actually was kind of one of the pivotal points of like a lot of the RP last session, when it came to Zem and Leviathan and Aurora
Yeah.
all being around each other. She was the one over here like, hey, well, do you guys wanna, and like would just, hey, talk, more or less.
Yeah.
She'd just be like, hey, come on, let's have a conversation.
Kaylin's kind of a glue that holds or that pieces a lot of party members together.
She's the mom of the improv group.
Yeah, at this
She's
moment,
the mom
yeah.
of the improv group.
For a long time there, for like the first half of the campaign at this point, it was really like a bounce between Jackson, Kaylin, and like Robert.
Yeah.
And now that what's happened in the campaign, you know, Robert's a little more quiet, just kind of trying to think about this Jameson shit. What the fuck can I do? What am I doing wrong? Like, is there something I can do?
A lot of his stuff, his character development is kind of in a direction that a lot of y'all had at the beginning, which is there are things in play now that are playing into characters' backstory that none of y'all know. Well, you know.
Yeah.
But the rest of y'all don't know, like, the actual story of everything. So he's starting to get to this point now where, like, it's a broken man getting his feeling back.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's gonna start opening up some wounds.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's what I was
Which
kind of
might-
hitting on. Everyone's focused on those individual character growth things, especially even me as Tomei. Like, I'm focused on my Tomei's character growth, that we haven't really had somebody to take that improv role. And the fact that Kaylin, unfortunately, has her shit figured out at this point, to a point of, I just need some pieces and then I'm good. Like, I'm chilling.
Well,
To be
For
fair,
the
there
most
might
part.
be more too.
No, I mean, yeah, obviously,
Yeah.
I'm touching on like right now in this moment,
right?
in this last two sessions.
Which she and I have talked. There is more, but that's stuff that we can worry about later.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like that's been Kaylin's character development over the last like 10 sessions or so. It has become like Kaylin used to be a passenger in the story.
Yeah.
For the longest time. You were a passenger, which you were new. You have a pass.
You have a pass because you're new.
Yeah, but you have definitely started taking more of like a forward step
Mhm.
as far as like who you are in the story. Like everyone's been going along your story while you've been a passenger of it. Now all these pieces are together. The narrative thread has gone from this little wisp of string to like a good solid chain
Mhm.
that you could follow. But you could also take your time to get there.
Yeah.
So you once the stoplight started coming off of you
Mhm.
is when you started to shine more.
The spotlight came off and you said, no, I actually liked it. Bring it back.
Which is perfect because you're a trickster cleric. You're gonna find those moments to be like, I'm stealing the spotlight right now.
Well, that's one thing that I kind of want to touch on. You only have one trick that you continuously do. It's just one trick up your sleeve.
The water.
Yeah. She knew where I was coming.
No, she has two tricks. She has the water. She has two tricks. She has two settings, 1 and 10. The water or outright violence, like Aurora.
What was the violence?
When you helped her with drop kicking Leviathan, you froze the water underneath Leviathan so that he would slide,
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we need to talk about too.
and then as soon as you two, as soon as you saw Jackson, outright violence.
Yeah.
Which
In that
That's-
moment, I don't know if you heard this.
That's-
I'm telling this to him.
yeah, that's comedy though.
Yeah, in comedy. In that moment, when we had talked above table about Jackson's gonna come back for a session, maybe 2, right? And then he would become an NPC after that. That I said, Jackson had planned that if he did see you guys in the Feywild, which he didn't expect to,
Yeah.
if he did see you guys, it was gonna be this very like wholesome, like he's gonna give you the tightest hug you've ever felt in your fucking life because he just lost his entire family. Like he has nobody now other than
Yeah.
Umber.
Yeah.
And he was gonna do all that, and then you fucking kicked him, punched him, and basically put him on a knee, and he literally
Yeah,
went,
'cause
fuck you.
Because you fucking like left.
You
You
disappeared.
disappeared. Like, don't do that. It's
Not
like,
by his choice.
To be fair,
It's like in the movies, dude. Where like it's like, boom. I'm glad you're okay.
to
Yeah.
be fair, the last like word that they had from you after you had disappeared was a very short, sweet, and to the point letter of, "Hey, I'm alive. Don't die." So,
He didn't have a lot of time to write it.
bitch, I gave him an entire 24-hour period. Excuse me?
Oh man, but that's sessions ago now.
Yeah.
But
no,
speaking
so
on this, and
I could see
Yeah.
her with a little bit of like,
you need
I'm
more
gonna find
tricks. Like, come on, I want to see it. Like as a player,
Oh.
I'm like, I want Caitlyn to do more funny things.
she's thinking up things. She
Good.
just forgets about them when she comes to the table.
Yeah.
I'm just so excited for it. Like I as a player, I love seeing everybody's characters. I love seeing what Leviathan's making. What's next? Like every time he finishes one thing, I'm like, what's next? Like I want to see. And then fucking Zem with like just still figuring out more of how she's intertwined in this fucking Clary order thing.
Yeah.
Like and then
'Cause it's
Bellin
like-
with what the fuck feat did you just get? Like as a player, I'm so
I've been
excited about
teasing at
everybody.
it like the past few sessions. And
I
it's so
don't know
funny.
feats.
It's so funny, dude.
And I love the way that you've been teasing at it too. And then you play dumb to your own mother.
No,
Like,
okay.
You're like,
well,
I don't know what's going on.
no, because Bowen genuinely
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
know
yeah.
what was going
I
on.
mean, as the player.
Well, yeah.
As a player, you
player.
have to like play dumb about
Yeah.
it, which
yeah.
it's beautiful and I love it. And then the the utter embarrassment.
Okay, so
Let's talk on
so
that.
side tangent. Both times I've rolled for deception to hide like Bowen being flustered. Anytime Nephilis comes up, I rolled that once. Both times. You cannot make that shit up.
Dice, no. The
Dice-
dice know how a story needs to be written.
Yeah.
And I'm so here for it. I
Yeah.
love it because now it's Robert and your mom.
Yeah.
100% know for sure.
Yeah.
They may not know exact details,
Yeah,
but they
they're
know
like- they're
for
like-
sure,
they're
like, which I wanted to talk to you about. I've talked to the person who made Nephilim, my friend back in Texas.
Oh.
She is a witchy person
Gotcha.
who works with the Fae. She helped me
love
with a
her.
lot of Fae prep,
Gotcha. Okay. That's awesome.
which is why she ended up being the apprentice of Arechi. It makes sense.
Mhm.
I talked to her about the interaction.
Oh, really?
Her words exactly were, "I love it because that's exactly what I would do." And I'm like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That
Like,
was
just be her. We'll
perfect.
be fine.
So, Nephilim and all the interactions with Nephilim, that was beautiful. It was amazing. And now it's given Belwyn a little bit more of something to, like, play around with,
Yeah.
especially with the feet being a thing that he's going to use. He's going to use it in
going.
the first combat y'all end up in. I know for a fact he's going to use it.
But here's my thing. Here's my thing about the first combat using it. And this is me as a player, the RP. If Belwyn's playing that what the fuck is this? Like, I don't know what's happening. How can he use it?
That's kind of what I was
in the combat.
That's actually kind of what I was going along with. I was like think of it being more of like a random, like
Well-
chance type deal, you know.
mean,
I
that's
think
fair.
I think that'd be cool and fun, you know.
So my idea for it, I'm gonna spill a little bit of beans, not all the
Okay,
beans,
okay.
but my idea for it is anytime you use fighter feature
Yeah.
or monk feature that has the point system, more
Yeah.
or less, you start to hear your own heartbeat.
Yeah.
And it's that your inward self expanding your consciousness while you are conscious.
Yeah.
And then I roll.
Yeah. And we'll see what
And
happens.
We'll see what happens. I have a what is it, the high variance die?
Mm-hmm.
That's my through and through Feywild die.
Yeah. And I'm
As
glad.
far as campaign 1
I'm glad
goes.
you said like either talk about class features because that's exactly what happened. I don't know if y'all caught this. That's exactly what happened in the like little scrimmage match that we had against it was what me and Leviathan versus like what Zem and
Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all caught that. That's exactly what
Which,
happened.
by the way, Jackson went easy. Me and Zach talked above table after everyone left. Jackson
Yeah.
honestly was restricted just because player didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackson could have honestly, like, after we talked, Jackson probably could have fucked you all up.
Mhm.
Jackson could have made it very aware that it was a 1v3 from the beginning.
Yeah.
But I
don't
picked
doubt.
dumb.
I don't doubt.
Yeah. To be fair, Jackson is
15.
now a 15th level.
Yeah,
player.
exactly.
But
Which, hey, side tangent way above table. I need to sit and talk with you.
okay.
I honestly was gonna walk in and go, "Hey, Amber," and I wanted to RP straight
Okay.
up.
Okay. Hell yeah. I love world building RP.
Yep.
She and I did that recently, actually.
Yes.
Another side tangent, did some homebrew world stuff.
Oh, we love it. I want to do more
Yeah.
homebrew world stuff with you because I realize, like, at the end of this campaign, I know you want to directly go to your homebrew world and everything. There is so much, especially with how much you're wanting to, like, change up the classes and shit. Like, there is a lot.
I'm adding a level of complexity into the core mechanics of D&D.
Yeah.
Why? Because
Chaos as always.
chaos and law, like that's
Yeah.
I am building a world around that. What is a world of pure chaos and pure law, and how does it work?
Yeah.
Well, high magic, high tech.
Yeah. Anyways.
Go to town.
Yeah. Anyways, look, we're going
Yeah.
off way too
Way
far.
off
So,
tangent,
as far as that, I mean, we've kind of hit on the character growth
Yeah, the
and
character
everything, and that was a
development.
lot of what the last 2 sessions were. So, if you're okay with it, we said we needed to talk about it. Disintegrate.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to talk about that and
I'm-
why I did what I did.
I'm gonna run through the scenario from the DM's perspective for all of you, because this was interesting.
Yes.
I wanted to punch you when I found out what you did.
So
This is something Kaylin doesn't know.
disintegrate.
Nope.
As
would know.
per
Everyone was watching. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
as per the stated rules, disintegrate will reduce a creature.
If it reduces.
If it reduces a creature to 0, they are outright dead. There is no, hit them with the cure wounds and they're fine. There is no death saves. They are
there is no
dead.
going past go and collecting $200.
Right.
You're
Go-
dead.
You don't even get to go to jail. Take your piece off the Monopoly board and throw it.
And chuck it.
True resurrection, or a
Or
wish,
wish.
spell are the only ways to get them back.
Yep. Luckily, Daisy has countermeasures put in place in his fighting pit. Because
That's why I want to talk in detail.
Yeah.
Why I
So-
want to talk in detail
So-
why I did what I did.
so y'all began your fight, and
It was second round that I did that.
yeah, first round it was a lot of prep, because that's how clerics work. You got to take a couple rounds to like get things in place first,
Yeah.
and then you can go ham. Wizards, you could just outright end it round 1 if you really wanted to. You always have that option. Is it a smart option? Not always. So our lovely 11th level wizard, with his 1 6th level spell slot that he just got, goes, this fight's gonna go on forever, and session's been going on forever. Let's just go ahead and close out the session. I'm gonna cast 6th level disintegrate. Cool. How much damage does that do? 10d6 plus 40!
Plus
The
40.
plus 40 flat damage is wild to me.
I wanna
wild.
I'm over here thinking like he's about to throw a shatter, 10d6 damage on that,
Like the
or you know,
fattiest, shattiest
no,
ever, dude.
no,
No. I still defend it.
disintegrate, which is 10d6
Plus
plus a
40.
flat 40.
So,
Aurora doesn't even have 100 hit points.
so
I don't think any of us do at this point.
Uh,
Maybe
no, we have a couple.
I think Zem is the closest right
yeah,
now. Tiergrim definitely is over it.
yeah.
I'm telling y'all that for a fact.
Well,
but
D12 hit dice.
right. Barbarians, man.
Yeah.
So
But
from my perspective, I was told straight from the start it was gonna be fist.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, this will be a fun little fist fight between Tomei and Aurora. It'll be quick, it'll be easy, it'll be
Well-
whatever, right?
and then there was the you can use your magic.
And there was no consequence. And Aurora, Grace, the player, went, fuck it, spells then. And I went, okay, cool. At first, I very much was like, I'll just keep it simple. I'm not going to go too ham, like, because, you know, it'll be fun, right?
Right.
We don't even, we roll initiative, and like 90% of the table gets up and leaves.
Yeah.
That was my cue that, okay, we need to finish this as quick as possible and be done.
Right.
So, first round, Aurora gets, misses, unfortunately, on the first attack.
Thanks.
Bonus action actually gets me, does a little bit of damage, right? I'm like, cool, that's fine. It's whatever. I have Arcane Ward. We're good. I get my action, said, I'm going to showcase a spell I just created,
Yeah.
right? You good?
Yeah, I'm looking at Aurora's character sheet because I'm like, I'm curious what she has access to with 6 level spells because she also has
She
6
doesn't have a lot.
She didn't have any prepared.
Yeah.
She didn't
when
have
I was,
any 6 level spell prepared.
So context. I was helping Grace out since Grace is not really. She doesn't have a lot of experience in combat, and
Right.
I do. So she was like, "You were helping me," and I was like, "Okay."
And
How
he
hands
even
on do you want me
asked-
to be? And she was like, very hands on. And I said, okay, I'll be very hands on. So I was kind of like, do I have permission to like go through your character sheet and kind of look at what you have? And she's like, yeah, go ahead. And I looked at all her spells, and she doesn't have any 6th level spells prepared. So I was like, okay, best thing you can do is probably like a 6th level spiritual weapon and call it a day.
So you wanna know what her overpowered 6th level just outright damage spell is? Harm.
Yeah.
14d6 necrotic damage outright.
Yeah, it's insane.
And on top of that, it reduces the hit point maximum by the amount of damage they took
Yeah.
for an hour.
Yep.
I think the biggest crime against humanity on my part, and not really crime,
We're
But
yeah,
like-
we're
but like-
we're against
but
the
like-
Geneva
but like-
Convention now.
but you know, actually this is because it's a cleric who didn't take spiritual guardians, and I'm like that's the spell, dude. Like I hate to be like that guy who like power games and shit like that, but like that's the cleric spell, dude.
So, we start the fight. Everyone gets up and leaves. I realize we need to end it. I showcase my spell I just created while away from the party. So the party got to see Tomei's new spell that nobody fucking knows anything about
Right.
because it's a self-created. So that was fun. A little bit of damage, a little tickle. Ha ha ha. Tomei gets punched. His arcane ward broke and hits. I had this planned while she was thinking about her thing. I wasn't planning it after the attack. I was planning it
Right.
before the attack. I'm over here counting D6s, and you can go back and listen and watch. And Zach's, what are you doing? What are you preparing? Oh
Right.
my god!
No, it's all face. It's all face. Like I said at one point I was like, what?
You
It was
you
very
literally went,
quiet.
what are you preparing? You can hear it. Danny even went back and watched it because I told her about it. And yeah, it was very much, what are you preparing? Oh my god. And I said, you'll find out. She then attacks me with the spiritual weapon, breaks the arcane ward, and does damage to Tomei. I'm talking from player's perspective before I talk about character perspective. I was very much from the player, okay, we need to end this. because we're running late, everyone's away from the table. End it, done, disintegrate. 73 damage.
Yeah.
She missed the DC by
I won. Yeah.
The DC save was 16. She rolled a 15. And I said, oh.
Luckily, there's a very powerful death ward
Yeah.
inside of that.
So as a
ward.
player, I was like, this is fine because there's no consequences here. If this was at the Myar Grove, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have touched that spell for the simple fact of keeping Aurora alive. But we were in Daisies. There was a ward. I, as a player, knew about this ward, said there's no consequences here. And you even kept reassuring the table, you are fine.
Yeah. Your character cannot outright die when the proper level of energy is placed on the wards.
So that's where Tomei's perspective comes in.
Yeah.
Tomei has been in 2-3 fights with the party, just as like a show of strength.
At this point, it's been 3.
Yeah, at this point now it's been 3. This is his 3rd fight. The first 2 got fucked up.
Yeah. Absolutely wrecked.
So from Tomei's perspective, he's kind of fed up with getting pushed around by his own teammates. He wants to show that he can do shit too.
Yeah.
He wants to show that we can take whatever comes at us.
Yeah.
And you can count on me. And walking into the ward, heard spells and heard and saw Daisy.
Bolster.
Okay.
Bolster.
Right? So then Tomei went, okay, cool. I can go all out. Tomei did it without even thinking a second thought, like, she's gonna be fine. And this is new in my book. I just recently discovered it as it just appeared. I want to see what this does. So I see from Tomei's perspective, this is exactly what it looks like. Book in hand, open. He goes, I could try that. Just to see what happens. And when it happened, and he went, oh, fuck.
He went, oh.
Yeah.
Covered his eyes. Daisy went, oh, no.
Yeah, so from Tomei's perspective, it was trying to figure out what a spell did, knowing there was no consequence.
Right.
So nobody can really fault him for it.
Yeah, I mean, Daisy's still gonna be like, so the next time that Tomei is ever in that fighting pit, he's gonna be like, all right, so
Don't do that again.
Don't do that again, please. We don't have that many sets of extra clothes in the back.
That was wild to me.
Yes, so...
Like everything dissipates, and then there's the one I was like, oh.
So
no,
the fun thing was
dude.
about the spell Disintegrate, it targets the humanoid individual. I see it as a very much just the individual disappears, all the clothes and items just fall and hit the floor. But flavored to something has to get destroyed in this moment. It thankfully was her clothes, not her fucking items. Because I just expected nothing to happen, you know? She dies, but is immediately brought back.
Now that we're outside of the session, I was doing a bit of reading, like, after the session, like, a couple days after. And theoretically, anything non-magical on her person should have been destroyed.
Really? Okay, well, I'm glad I wasn't.
But I didn't want to say anything. I don't want to...
Technically, the way Disintegrate works is it's not like it's bound specifically to the individual, because you can also target objects. And our objects can be... This chair is multiple pieces. Are you targeting just the piece of... No, you're targeting the chair. So, like, the person also identifies with what they're wearing, not with their magic items generally, unless you're someone like Bowen or Robert, who have a magic arm. So, also magic items are harder to destroy.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah, but the clothes made the most sense. Clothes gone. And
Yeah.
I imagine y'all's bags are tucked up in rooms, or
Yeah.
y'all have
and
like y'all get
makes
there
sense.
and give them to
Yeah.
Daisy, and Daisy just runs them upstairs for
Yeah.
you or something.
And it makes sense. This is an arcane world where there are no consequences to anything actually happening.
Right.
It makes sense that only the clothes. Items weren't touched, magic items weren't touched, like, because of the ward around this fighting pit.
Anyways.
But yeah,
Yeah.
player perspective, I just really wanted to fucking end the session, so I was like, yeah, the quickest way. I still fucking laugh about it, that I'm sitting there, 10d6 plus 40. Zach's over here over the PM screen reading the spell, trying to confirm, and while Zach is reading, Caden's, whoa, wait.
I really dart over to Aurora's health, and it was like 49, and I was like, oh fuck. I was like, no. Well, like, that's how much after the one spell. That's not her total. Thank
Yeah.
God. But I was like,
What is her total?
I'm on her character sheet.
Because I did 73 damage.
60s.
68.
Yeah.
I have more than her.
She gets a D8.
You
She
get
is a
D10.
cleric.
That's
You get a D10 for your ranger levels,
Yeah.
which you're almost done building out, aren't you? You're getting
No.
close. I thought you only had a few more levels and then you were taking the rest in cleric.
vice versa.
Oh. I can't.
I
remember
think she's
anymore.
doing the same thing as me, where she's, I think, dipping into the class and then finishing the rest out.
Oh.
So you're just gonna
I
finish?
thought you wanted the
Ranger?
bigger spell slots.
Well, I'm gonna go to like 5th or 6th level. I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's more of a split. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I just dipped in the monk, and then rest is fighter.
She's getting a little bit more features
Gotcha.
before she dips off from it. And then you got I think Leviathan's
Leviathan's
dipping
cleric,
like you.
Cleric Artificer.
Yeah,
Is
he's-
it more on the Artificer side?
No, he's more on the art. Artificer. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
He's an even split right now.
Oh, it's an even split.
He's an even split
oh,
right
wow.
now.
Okay.
But he's going one route from here.
Okay.
And I can't remember which level he took it in.
Artificer.
Was it? It might have been
It would make sense for the fact of his character is
Right.
always fucking working.
Right. And then you've got Zem. Zem's
I thought-
multi-classed.
I thought Zem was just a blood hunter.
No, Zem is multi-classed.
I still have yet to figure out the second.
Is that
class.
is that I mean, that's a C. Is that, I assume that's a little...
She hasn't chose to reveal anything yet. So I'm letting it come to light naturally.
Because my thought process is, unless this is something completely out of left field, she's either multiclassing the Warlock or she's Order of Profane Soul Blood Hunter, based on context clues.
I could see Warlock because of.
Well,
what's his nut.
one of the Blood Hunter subclasses is basically like, it's kind of like an Eldritch Knight fighter, but Warlock. It's kind of like that, where it's like
You're still speaking gibberish.
You have a patron. You have a patron. They
you
give
have a
you
patron.
power.
They give you power,
But you're not like eternally bound to their service for the rest of eternity. It's just like, hey, you help me out a little bit, I'll help you out a little bit. Kind of agreement.
It's like joining like a cult.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like if somebody like Orem from Campaign 3, just a normal fighter dude, decided that he was going to become, a holy warrior of fucking Tharizdun. Like,
Yeah. It's like, I want to become a fucking like warrior of the flying spaghetti monster or whatever.
Right.
The flying spaghetti monster gives you like spells and powers, but he's not giving you. It's because you're in close association with a group that he gives everyone else.
Got
yeah,
it. Yeah.
It's a whole ting.
Yeah.
It's a whole
yeah.
ting.
But it could be
But-
Warlock. It could.
It could. I don't know. But anyways.
There's definitely some like patrony.
But that whole.
There's some patronage there.
Yeah, that whole spell sequence and that fight. The main reason for it was in the session, but can play off of it in RP as I didn't know what it did.
Yeah. No, it's great.
But
I'm also excited to see what happens if Kalen uses one of those metal arrows, because if you actually get the returning arrow enchantment on an arrow or multiple, you're gonna become broken very quickly.
how many arrows do you have? You have 4?
Well, for metal.
Tomei wants to try just by himself because he learned how to enchant through her bow. You said that he has the means to enchant now.
You can try, but the returning weapon knowledge, like the knowledge around how to make a weapon return to its user, is more artifice than it is spellcraft. If that makes sense, because there's not really a returning weapon spell as far as I'm aware.
Roll 10.
Right?
What's
There's not like a spell that's a returning weapon thing. That's only like a magic item in
For a returning weapon, no, it's like magic items. Eldritch Knight has their weapon bond. A couple other things too.
There's also like Pact of the
Because
Blade Warlock.
I remember I actually in like a completely separate game I played an Eldritch Knight fighter who would use catapult to like throw and like throw his like weapon, or like catapult his weapon, and then like he can use like his weapon bond as a bonus action to like return it back to him as long as it's on the same plane of existence as the weapon.
So essentially, he had Mjolnir.
Essentially, yeah.
I love that.
I love Eldritch Knight fighters for that reason.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I'm excited for that. I'm also excited to see if that ends up playing into anything with Arechi's power now in play, because that'd be fun.
And then I can shoot more than one.
There's also something that has happened recently with Kalen that the only person perceptive enough to probably pick up on it is Belwyn, and he hasn't had much time interacting with Kalen. So
Fair.
maybe if there was a little bit more interaction there, he might pick up on it.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Come next couple of sections, we'll see.
Yeah, because hopefully next session, and moving to the eluding, just because.
Well, I was gonna just briefly touch on everyone else's character progression.
Oh, fuck it.
Oh yeah.
I thought we had, because we were talking
No.
about Robert there quite a bit, and
So
then we had talked about Zim.
yeah, we talked about Roberts. Zem's is more character discovery for the rest of y'all, because she's had a lot of her character progression.
Yeah.
She's had a lot of her character progression. It's a lot more just y'all figuring her out and then learning to deal with it or learning to help her, depending on how you view her trauma.
Yeah.
So Zem's is a lot more, y'all gotta figure it out. Leviathan's had a lot of character progression that y'all aren't even aware of.
Yeah, I want to know what fucking happened.
Him opening up to y'all in general is character progression. The more he opens up to y'all, the more y'all know he's progressing as far as his character.
That's fair.
That's a story that keeps the energy pretty low at the table. Him and Zem probably have the like straight up darkest backstory.
Yeah.
Like their lives fucking sucked before adventuring.
Yeah.
And then
Which I feel bad.
You got full family life with some
Well, not full.
You got full family life with some hiccups along the way that hit pretty hard.
Yeah.
You've got single mom and son that probably weren't always single mom and son.
And
You've
That
got,
was dabbled in a little bit.
to be fair, everyone's got a super fucked up backstory to some degree. To some degree. You got parental issues, family issues, parental issues, just issues.
I was about to say.
talking about Robert?
unaware of her issues. No, Aurora. And then technically just past traumas is the
Family.
best way
I'm
to.
gonna say technically family issues.
Technically family issues, but
If you count his as
from a
family
very
issues,
different
Well,
perspective.
No, we're talking about
I know you're counting.
hidden lore. No.
Oh,
lore,
no.
lore.
There are very different perspectives of the family issues. I'm
Yeah.
waving scissors.
That's obviously the smartest idea.
That's why I leaned back. I was
There are
like,
very different levels of family issues.
Oh yeah.
But everyone's family issues are like kinda dark. Kinda. Yours you're just learning about. Yours are a little fucked. Yours are definitely fucked. His definitely fucked. Fucked, but like narratively makes sense. And I'm excited for y'all to learn. I've already talked about yours. His isn't family issues.
Issues
His
and
is fucked. And then she isn't aware of her issues. Which
but there's issues.
there are issues. But y'all haven't.
Not this.
I've tried.
It's 'cause, like,
I have
it's 'cause,
tried.
like,
Hold on. Y'all haven't delved into her stories because she isn't ready to delve into anything.
Yeah.
Because who knows the last time she was at her temple, the state that she left in. Because the last time she was there, her essentially maternal figure in her life
Mhm.
was on death's door, and she helped in the ritual to keep her from dying. Who knows what the temple thought of her during that time?
Yeah.
What she did during that time. Y'all have seen her be an outright fucking killer lately.
Yeah.
So who the fuck knows what happened then? And then now, if she were to go back, the only person she cared about there is dead.
Yeah.
She did go back.
She hasn't gone back since then.
Yeah, the day that she
Yeah.
wasn't at the
literally.
table,
Oh yeah,
Aurora did go back to the temple.
She did go back. There's a lot of stuff she and I have to talk about.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff she and I have to talk about.
Yep.
But, like, I don't know. Like, I want to see more of Aurora's backstory, but also like Aurora's just like the perfect like.
I'm just here,
almost
man.
like comic relief character.
She
That-
really is. Like, I feel bad because I've tried as both Jackson and as Tomei to dive into that story, but every time, I don't know, man. And then somebody else, like something else happens.
So really the only time I have gotten to talk to Grace about character stuff that wasn't right here at the table is when she comes into the store and she's there for like maybe an hour
Yeah.
and we get to talk about some stuff. She's got ideas for things that she wants to do. She just doesn't know how to go about it.
Yeah, and this
Which-
is their first
Which-
D&D game. Is that
Yeah.
correct? Yeah. So it makes sense.
It does make perfect sense, but
I-
she can reach out to not only you, but she's got 3 very experienced players. Well, 2 very experienced, 1 somewhat experienced players that are all great at like, oh, that's your idea? Well, this is an idea to be able to get it to work.
Yeah.
She also is very unaware of core mechanics still.
Yeah.
Like
Which is okay. It takes a while to get there.
the RP part is very easy to learn. It's
Mhm.
learning to have a conversation about nonsense.
Improv.
That's all it is learning just how to just continue a conversation that leads off into la la land. Like,
Right.
who cares, right? The actual playing of the game, the numbers and all of that,
Yeah.
that's where her disconnect is, which I can understand. This is hard to follow.
Mm-hmm.
I have a solution in mind for her to help have an easier way for her to follow it, but I've got a million other projects at hand. I'm working on making like custom character sheets for all of y'all that are like what y'all need to know to play your characters in the moment.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to combat, y'all have D&D Beyond or
Yeah.
a full character sheet.
See, I'm perfectly fine with D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Like I know everything
See-
from the character sheet of D&D Beyond.
Yeah, it's
But
just,
I think that idea would help a lot of the players
Yeah,
at the table.
I've been dying. Like, I love D&D Beyond. Don't get me wrong, but I've also been dying to like play like pen and paper because I think there's just something about having a physical sheet in front of you.
And-
Like, yeah, like you need to kind of have like more of an awareness of the rules to know exactly what numbers go where and what number it's supposed to be.
right.
But
How does
I
this
think-
reflect on this?
But I don't know, something more like to me rewarding about having like a physical piece of paper right.
And I can understand that. I've played D&D only with the D&D Beyond character sheet. Like, I could do a paper, but anybody who fucking knows me, which is this entire table, I fucking hate writing.
Yeah.
It's nothing against the like writing is awesome. Like, I'll tell anybody, yeah, write notes. It's fucking helpful. It does help.
No, ma'am. Sorry, my sister's calling me on Snapchat out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
But that's my thing. Is like, I'll tell people, yeah, write notes, write shit down. It's super fucking helpful and easy. But I'm gonna tell you right now, this is my fucking notebook from the entire sessions.
Yeah.
Hey, look at there, finally.
We did it.
Yeah. You were never a note taker. You now understand the importance of notes.
And even then, it's like 2 words.
Well,
Yeah.
See, look at
I'm
that.
not talking about your character's notes. You understand the importance of DM notes now.
Hi, how are you? That's a different story.
Yeah.
I still
So-
have so much more to write, but I want to sit down with people, and I need to sit down with people in order to do it. If I do not have a body double that knows what the fuck's going on,
Right.
I can't do it.
Mhm.
I cannot do it on my own.
Right.
I don't know what it is. It's a mental block.
But notes are super important. Character development super important. Did I miss anyone's character development? Have we
No.
talked? Well, Teargrim, but
That we can't talk about
yeah.
that.
That's a whole novella on its own.
yeah.
That's something that when he comes back, we can ask.
Uh,
Like, why the fuck were you gone? What's going on? You know,
yeah.
that'll
Are
be
you
a whole thing.
okay?
I think that's the first question to ask.
I'm still gonna punch him too.
You
Hey,
know what?
because guess what? Punching him makes more sense than punching fucking Jackson. Jackson, it wasn't his choice to get lost in the fucking air elemental.
So-
Tyrion chose to leave.
Okay.
Well, there's still
The semantics.
This-
Anyway.
I'm salty that they fucking attacked Jackson.
And Jackson could literally just kill them outright if he wanted to. So
yeah.
And he didn't do that.
yeah, so clearly Jackson did not think that much into it. So
Blair did though.
when y'all see Teargrim again, y'all might not know it's him.
Yeah. Because I mean, he's a change.
He's a
He's a
changeling.
fucking changeling, yeah.
And who knows what faces he's seen since he's left. He could look like
Laura Vysorn.
he could come up to y'all looking like a knoll. And y'all just think it's a fucking knoll.
We tried to beat the shit out of him. He's like, bro, wait.
Unless you're in
If Garen, Lilith, or anyone else sees them, yeah.
or unless you're in like Turst Fields, where they have a very heavy knoll population. Or you're somewhere in Westrun where there is a little bit of a significant knoll population.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Because there are
Wait, why would...
domestic gnolls in the world
Yeah.
that are broken free of the curse, but they're just not as prevalent as, their violent kin. But no, he could literally come up to y'all looking like any fucking body, and y'all never know until I'm like, you want to describe to them what they see at the tavern that they're in, and Logan comes over and y'all are like, oh fucking sorry,
Like-
Teargrim.
But then we have to jump back into RP. Who the fuck's this dude?
Yeah, who the fuck's this guy?
Yeah.
But
For all y'all know, he could come back and not be Teargrim.
Yeah.
anyways, that's a lot of what we cannot talk about
That's a lot
because
of-
that's a person that hasn't been at the table.
I know,
Yeah, and
but
that's
it's
a lot of what.
alluding.
That's a lot of what.
Yeah.
It's alluding.
I know, and it just sucks that we can't talk more about it. That's what I'm saying.
Transitioning.
I'm just
I'm
saying it sucks that we
segueing.
can't talk more about
I
it.
know. I'm segueing though to alluding to future stuff. So, as far as session 54.
Yes.
So I was gonna say earlier before we jump, like, hold on, let's
Yeah.
I wanted to say it
Sorry.
sucks with Leviathan that, you know, I was talking above table to Alex a little bit about somebody's gonna, you know, try to steer the narrative to where, hey, maybe we go to Tazarum for just a quick, like, vacation, figure out your shit, and we'll be done. Like, call it a day. I told him, though, we're gonna leave it to RP. Whatever happens in RP, we're gonna go with it, right?
Mhm.
And unfortunately, RP led to we need to do these kind of smaller jobs, get a little bit of reputation. Guess what? We now have a big job that can come up for a little more coin.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not.
and yeah, oh, I hear them whispering out there, we could go to Tazarum. Sorry, that's to the character. It's not in the conversation right now.
No, I mean, it was put out there. And
It was.
And y'all had the conversation of gain a little bit of reputation and then go into Tazarum with a little bit of reputation. And both Alex and I both looked at you and go, because the city-state of Tazarum does not give a fuck.
I know that as a player.
I know.
But yeah, the narrative thread led to we have three options. One, take a job from Zim. Two, go to Tazarum. Or three, find Jameson shops. Because we have to wait on the leaders of tal'dorei thing in Kaimal.
There was also the fourth option of just taking a job. Because that was a conversation. It was more in passing and everything. But that was like one of the first things that was presented. Was like, we could just take a job. Like, go find something like a job.
I also love that I played into when that was presented. Why, do you need money? Yeah, here's 1,000. Like, I have money, and pulled out the chest and everything, and everyone went, okay, never mind. We don't absolutely need gold. It's more the reputation now.
Right. Which then led into, okay, what kind of jobs can we do? Well, you can build reputation with the tal'dorei orders. You can build reputation with Leviathan, or you could, you know, and then there's the thing with the leaders of tal'dorei. That's definitely a reputation builder. Like, that's gonna get the name out there.
Mm-hmm. But we have to wait on that one. So the three options were Jameson's shops, the jobs from Zem, or Tazarum.
Yep.
And the party, I as a player and as Tomei was like, it is up to you all. Tomei's gonna go with you guys because he wants to figure out this Jameson shit. But it's up to everybody. And everyone kind of went. It was actually Kaylin specifically that was like, the undead sound fun.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody kind of was like, yeah, that seems like our easiest and best bet right now.
Which the undead and the lush gut forest.
Oh.
What do you think the possibility of running into any of your people is out
Probably
there?
pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, even, like, you can see Ron again, or I could just see some, like, rando.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's gonna be fun.
Ron, Ronan. Coincidence? I think not.
We definitely need to solidify some of those details.
Oh, yeah.
Especially since I keep referencing the sigil. I need to know what that sigil looks like.
Yeah.
Or the symbol.
Yeah.
Lock down a more concrete name for the monastery.
Right.
Too. I think that's just something that I think, like, we both have, like, we're like, yeah, this is the thing.
There's
and everyone's like, yeah, this is the thing. And we're like, yeah.
There's this name that's just not being said, but everyone who you interact with is aware of it. They're like, oh yeah.
Oh, the monastery.
No, it's just like, yeah.
We haven't heard of
They're like,
anyone from your monastery.
you're like, yeah.
So,
I think that's, if any, that's one of the funniest bits that's been going on this entire campaign.
Plot twist, it's the Lin Kuei from Mortal Kombat.
Oh god.
It essentially is, if you think about it.
Aren't their colors like yellow and gray?
Yellow and red.
Yellow and red, yeah.
Pretty much. I was not
The
intentional.
deity is like, all right, I got
Yeah.
That's not intentional, but it's funny how things work out.
I mean, I've always thought of your monastery as an homage to Mortal Kombat, to a degree.
Oh, really?
Like,
I never thought that until now.
like it's a minor degree. Traditionalists with weapons and flowing themselves through their weapons.
Maybe like very, very, very deep subconsciously, that's where I got it. But this is the first time that has ever entered my mind, and it's been what, almost a year and a half. It's been like almost like 2 years since I've created the concept.
Like, I know the character is more of an insult than it is a compliment, but in my mind, Belwyn is the Aaron Black of your monastery. The one guy with a gun. The one guy with a gun surrounded by ninjas.
Yeah. He essentially is, which is crazy. I think like the lore of that is how we got accepted. Oh, that's that happened behind table. Though.
Yeah, that's all stuff that
he got accepted back into it.
Yeah,
which
because it was originally he was there studying and training with them.
Yeah,
and then
they're like, nah.
He went. Okay, so here's a real question. My dad taught me how to use a gun.
Yeah, because the whole thing is like, Dad was like, okay, you can go out, and he gave me a gun, and I would just gun. He like, Dad gave me a gun, and I would just be like, and they're like, wow, that's sick, but like, you can't use that. And I'm like, why not? And they said, you can't. And Bowen said, well, I'm gonna use it anyway. And they said, okay,
you can do it somewhere else.
Bye, Felicia.
Yep.
In the most like colloquial way possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Which we can get into that stuff if you run into any of them.
Maybe.
Because y'all are heading in that direction.
Yeah. We absolutely are.
What about for Kaylin and Tomei? What more can we expect from them?
I was gonna say, I'll let her go first. Actually,
Okay.
I've talked a lot. I haven't heard shit from you this entire recap.
You haven't really talked much.
I don't really need to talk much.
Well, what can we expect from Kaylin?
More arrows.
Real.
Woman, a few fucking words.
Okay.
Hey,
you know what? Here's a question that's gonna take a little bit more of an answer.
Oh God.
Your bear has armor now.
Yeah.
More arrows.
And you've been told that they plan on giving your bear the ability to fly.
Uh-huh.
As a bear owner, how does that make you feel?
There you go.
Are you considering all of the opportunities and possibilities with that? Because there's
You could
something-
ride your
could
bear into
ride
battle
the bear.
over everybody.
Holy spin!
You
I
can.
wasn't gonna say it outright. I was waiting for her to get to
Oh,
it.
sorry.
No, y'all are good. Y'all came to the same conclusion. You can literally ride Peaches above everybody. Better yet, you're up in the air on Peaches shooting fucking arrows from the sky while Aurora's over here dipping down, healing, dipping back up. You got
Could
Belwyn.
I grappling hook onto fasten it around Peaches and
You've
then
given- You've given Belwyn the opportunity to truly become Spider-Man with a gun.
Tomei gets to do his enchantment shit and get better at it.
And Tomei doesn't need to fly.
He
In
can
all
though.
He
He
can.
can.
That's great.
He doesn't need to fly though.
Fly.
He will walk straight up to whatever the fuck it is, let them burn through his arcane ward, and then hit him some even, and go, "Are you done? Good." And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Doesn't even know. No context of what fucking spell it is. They're gone.
Right.
Finger
At the
gun.
same time that Robert's throwing a fucking arcane focus charged fireball at, X level. And then you've got
We let that hit first before Tomei.
and then you got Leviathan.
You got Leviathan and Zem who are just
They're over there fucking because they said they got it.
I don't know. Leviathan's pretty scarred by that shit.
Wanna go
Which I think is
wrestle?
hilarious. I think it's hilarious.
I was
Oh,
gonna say
it's
like they're
fucking
like I was gonna
great.
say like they're crazy like martial fighters like
Right.
in their own right.
I just the funny how.
Yeah, they're up there like slash 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 slash.
Because they're like,
slash,
yeah,
slash.
them is currently like the only entity in this campaign that is like gone pretty toe to toe with Belwyn.
It's the only entity that
I was the first one to fucking damage you. Thank you very much.
You were, but I also fucking finger banged you into out of existence.
I will say though, with 100% certainty, just the two of your characters alone could take the rest of the party.
Yep.
If Tomei and Belwyn, like, one, interacted long enough to become evil off of each other's, own possibility of destruction, and two, actually wanted to go evil, y'all could just y'all could murder the party, murder everybody in Port Damale, skip over to the next town. None of them know anything quite yet because you just killed everybody who could tell them. Pop over into the next town, like, hey, how you guys doing today? Can you guys help us out with something? What are y'all trying to do? Well, you see, my Arcanist friend here, he's trying to make a Philosopher's Stone, and we need bodies.
I'm gonna wait until I have access to the fireball noob tube.
Oh, Jesus. You're gonna be throwing suns at people.
It must happen.
Here, have a sun.
Yeah,
Find
no,
the
it's
necklace
been a
of
thing.
fireballs,
Yeah, it's circling back to just that, like, how crazy strong the party actually is. Fucking them. Like, I'm circling way fucking back. The fight between Belwyn, Leviathan, and then Jackson and Zim. Even Zim was fucking restricted because she didn't realize everything that she could do in a fight.
Yeah.
Because she has the
Your
one
kryptonite.
thing that is your kryptonite.
That's
And if she would have used it at the start,
and see, I'm just wondering what that is. Like you said, I just can't do like.
you can't do shit, really.
Well, no,
you could, but
you
it sucks.
Yeah, you could, but it'll suck. You can still do things. You
I
just
know what it is, too. It's fucking...
I'm gonna start scouring like rules and figure out what it is, but like.
once subclass stuff starts coming around, you'll figure it out real quick. Speaking of subclass stuff and people being broken, this one has a bunch of stuff she didn't even know she could do.
Yeah, you got a lot of shit, girl.
I don't know. Trickster clerics kind of have the ability to invoke duplicity.
Yeah,
You can make a second one of yourself
yeah, it could.
Yeah.
who's over there up close to people doing the touch spells for you while you're in the back with your bow.
Yeah.
Which, that's broken. Plus, add on top of that, spiritual weapon.
Oh yeah, I have that too.
And then you've got, there's 4, you would have 4 tokens for yourself on the map. Peaches, yourself, your duplicate, and your spiritual weapon. 4 things that could all act on your turn.
Dude, God help you if she gets to 5th level in cleric.
Yeah.
And she gets spiritual guardians. It's over.
Caden just wants someone to have spiritual
It's
guardians.
the fucking cleric spell, okay?
To be fair, she wouldn't be able to have spiritual guardians and spiritual weapon up because they're both concentration.
They're not actually.
Are they not?
We figured it out Sunday. Spiritual weapon's not concentration.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I already know what all of her spiritual guardians look like. They're tiny squirrels.
Yeah.
They would be tiny bennies. Tiny
Let me-
bennies.
Let
Tiny
me
bennies.
let me triple check that because I want to be like 100% sure. But I do not believe it is.
Okay, well, we're running out of time, actually.
We are running out of time.
I want to hit on the Tomei. We went from Kaylin to then talking about even
Yeah,
more shit.
sorry. So hit on Tomei.
Yeah, go piss. So expecting from Tomei next session is a lot of that still processing what just like he went through, trying to figure out what's next. He's in his mind, it's a lot of the leaders of tal'dorei and Kaimal thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of that in his mind right now. That's why he was so happy to choose the fucking just small, deal with some fucking undead, get it over with. That's a little bit like he doesn't want anything too big and too heavy right now. That's why he kind of saved third option, Jameson Shops,
Yeah.
because he wants, again, kind of above table. You guys wouldn't know this anything about him, but Allura of Isorin in the Arcana Pansophical. That's like his end goal, and if he has a chance to meet her, he's going to do everything in his power to get to that fucking meeting.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's done a lot for Kaylin. He's done a lot for Zim. And vicariously the whole party.
Yeah.
He feels that this is something that I want to do. Can we make this feasible?
What has he done for Zim? Like, what as far as a lot? Because they haven't really had a ton of interaction.
Yeah, no, Tomei and Zim are the two that have talked the most.
I mean,
Tomei knows the most about Zim than anybody.
Yeah, but other than, like, y'all's book club.
Book club, also when she had the whole fucking shit with Arechi and Amate, Tomei was the one that was there like, hey, like, let's talk about this. I can help you out. Like, we can figure this out together. Like, was there
To be
for
fair,
her. And is still at that point, like, I'm here. What do you need? You just need to tell me what's going on.
Yeah, and I was about to say, I feel like that's kind of everyone in the party, because everyone with this was there. Everyone saw her start breaking down and started going, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Tomei was just the first one to jump on it.
Yeah.
But everyone else is still in that same boat. of,
I say a lot just because that's the character Tomei's interacted with the most out of this entire group.
Well, and Leviathan.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's Tomei, Leviathan, and Tomei, Leviathan, Zem, and Kaylin that are like this tight knit group of bouncing off of each other at the table most of the time. And then when you're here in person, different story.
It really makes, like, I hate to harp on this because I feel like I do this every time I'm here, but like it makes such a difference sitting at the actual table.
It really does.
Cause like I love playing and I love playing online. That's totally fine. It's just like it's like whenever you're here and you can interact with everybody in real time and you're not bound to like kind of like the stream
The
layout.
1 second delay.
And like the 1 second delay too, and like you can kind of hear everyone properly. It makes it's a world of difference.
Yeah,
that,
which
like, just
and
hits so crazy.
just to finish up,
Yeah, I just want to say I do eventually have some solutions in mind to.
Yeah.
When you are not here, make it
but
bearable.
that's hopefully with like a new table on the way too, like in the works.
hey, that's in the works.
That's in the
Secrets.
works. Yeah, like that. Hopefully that changes. You know, so. But I mean, like, I don't want to derail you. Like it's actually I wanted to ask too, like, what do you mean by like it's a different story? Whenever I'm here, because
whenever you're here,
I can answer that.
You become a fifth point of like communication between everyone. The RP is not just the 4 people. It then becomes you interacting with those 4, and then also making sure that other people are.
Well, and I try as Tomei to, hey Robert, or hey Belwyn, and I continuously try to get you two when you are online involved. But to be frank, even when I do, you guys are short with me.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking short with me when you're online.
I was gonna say Belwyn is also pretty short with everyone.
Belwyn's just a short person.
He has a short temper. He is short. He's short with his words. He's quick and to the point.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm because like that interaction that you and
short.
Jackson had. that little conversation, that character like development between them two, that's what I've been trying to get to with Tomei and you guys. But again, every time I pull you in, like especially with Robert, like, and this is just probably something that it's just hard for Connor being online versus in person. But even with Robert specifically, it's like, hey, like, could we talk about this? Yeah, sure. Then talk. Keep it going.
Right.
But as far as like next session, Tomei's ready to go. He's waking up with the potion in particular. He took that right before he went to sleep, and he's gonna be down in the bar basically waiting by the door. Like, let's go.
Belly Boy is ready to go too. I unfortunately will not be at the
table.
I'll be on the screen, but I'm ready.
We could RP in the morning, being ready to go.
We can do that.
I'm down for that good RP. Start like actually building that character development of us helping.
Here's the question though. What is like immediate first step as soon as y'all wake up and everything, y'all have y'all stuff together? What is the step after that?
How do we get to the Lush Gut Forest?
Bam.
Then let's go.
So y'all aren't gonna take the opportunity to tell the people who are offering you the job that you're taking the job?
I figured we would have told them that night. We just didn't have time to RP it.
Oh, that's fair.
Because we all made the decision before we started drinking, we're taking this job. Even Zim told Rowan we're going to take that job.
Yeah, that's true. And okay, yeah, and he did say, okay, cool, I can let people know. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to remember so many things all at once, always.
No, you're good, yeah. That's how it is.
And we still have to talk about my session.
Y'all didn't get any more details about it other than Undead and the Lush Gut Forest.
Yeah.
Which, Belwyn knows, Undead are kind of unusual there.
Yeah.
So, if you find any, you found them, probably. At least in his experience.
I'm just ready for fucking combat. I'm ready to get back on the road. I'm tired of the last 3 sessions being nothing but RP.
I'm ready to blast. I'm ready to blast. I'm getting the itch. I'm getting the itch. Ready to blast. Ready to blast. Boom, boom, boom.
I
boom,
have
boom,
so
boom,
many
boom, boom.
spells. Like, I've realized now that itch. I've realized what that itch is. And it's very much the fact of I'm a fucking wizard that is broken, but I haven't gotten a chance to use my brokenness.
Right. You say to get there, you just bamf. Where are you bamfing to? Because the only fixed location in that forest that you are familiar with sits right on the edge of the stone cage cliffs. And some of these party members might not be welcome there.
No.
That's true.
We can still get close. Like that's my thought process. If we bamf, we can at least bamf close. If we have to travel a little bit, we are all under the same understanding of fast travel as much as we fucking can. Roll for the day, cool. Nothing happens. Cool, next day.
No, you do have a spot near that lake. Now that I'm thinking about it, you have a spot near that lake because you and Ron had set up there.
Yeah.
I had forgotten about that. I had thought about that right at the edge of the forest.
But yeah, I would love an RP sequence.
Okay.
Careful, you don't have to hurry.
Oh, and the. Oh.
I would love an RP sequence with Belwyn. First thing in the morning, us to the first awake, most likely. Us to the first awake, very much. Let's get this party on the road. We need to go because we need to get this job done, and we need to discover the Jameson shops.
Yeah.
Like that is a must right now, because we need as much information of Jameson as we can get.
We can easily do that. Like
that's an easy RP
that's
between
easy
me and
RP,
you.
easy off camera. I think we can just run through.
You want to run through that off camera and just start session with us? That's
Sorry,
what he's saying.
I blacked out for a second.
You said where, and I was like, huh?
What?
I think Gavin's going to do Belwyn Tomei RP.
Okay.
Or saying if we want to do it on or off camera.
I mean, I could swing it. Y'all could do it off camera and.
As I took the potion right before we went to sleep.
I think that could be off camera. Then we can easily.
Yeah, we can do it as soon as we drop here.
Yeah, a little bit of conversation before bed. That
Yeah.
happened.
Well,
Yeah. Took the potion of particular puking, sobered up. I need to
Daisy's-
roll for what the fuck I threw up.
Daisy's sober up brew. You already did, didn't you?
No, not for the second
Oh, you
one.
didn't. Yeah, you didn't take it, or you didn't.
I chose to drink a little bit more.
Yeah.
Drank.
Drank and
Or-
drank.
But with that,
That's session 52 and 53. Recapped.
I do want this player back.
Right.
I want her back. Because
I want you back.
oh, baby, come back.
Oh, we can just.
Yeah,
it
we
was,
can.
It was a real. It's a
It
real
wa-
quick conversation.
It is, because again, not a lot happened, but yeah, a lot happened. You
So-
know,
Campaign 0.5.
campaign point 5 now. We're
Session
recapping
3.
real quick. Session 3, you guys woke up in the Tinker household.
Yep.
Yet again, because Garen working all night on his shit.
Yep. Because he
Um,
is a workaholic.
Exactly. Had his silence shield up for the first time, trying to make sure that nobody was awake, which Lilith didn't hear, but she had assumed where you were and was able to find you.
The moment she opened the door, he stopped
Uh-huh.
because he can hear the sound of the door opening and just stops. Can you shut the door, please?
Right.
Ting, ting.
So, yeah. Continued working through the morning. The rest of the party woke up. Garen was showing a lot of his tinkered items that he had already made. Wind up making his bands for his horns, putting those on, and it was after that y'all had breakfast, some more good conversation, just trying to get to figure out what we're doing, and then you guys made your way to the Griffins,
Yep.
roughly around noonish when you were told to meet up.
Yep.
Made your guys' way there super easily. On your way, seeing somebody posting some notes on the local billboard. Didn't take time to look, just said we got to get to the Griffins. We're already running a little behind schedule.
The one person who did see anything has no idea what any of it means.
Exactly. I asked somebody roll, and you guys chose for him to roll. So, anyways, you get to Griffins. She tells you, Carrie gave you the rundown of what was going on
Mhm.
and what was happening. You guys met Tomei way back in his glory days.
Way back in his early days when the ears first got chopped off.
Exactly. You guys met up with Tomei and got the word that you will need horses. We have expedited this journey.
Yep.
Which then pegged that question of why is it expedited? And then you guys found out that in roughly 9 days' time, there was the Winter's Crest Festival of Westrun.
Which Garen would be aware of. Like, he would have known it about that time.
Yeah, Garen and Lilith even
Yep.
knows about it. The other couple party members aren't familiar. Andreas would have had an idea, but
His birthday's the day before.
so you find out, okay, we do need to expedite this. We need fast horses.
Mhm.
And we need to get this journey done as quick as possible. You were told it's normally a 5-6 day journey, but expedited you could get there in 4 days
Mhm.
and then back in another 4.
Yep.
Which gets you guys there the night before the festival.
Which we said, oh shit, the night before, can we put in some requests for outfits?
Right. So you wind up talking to Carrie. She told you, I've got you. I'm in good with Twine.
Yep.
She says, I'm in good with Twine. I can get you guys some good outfits. We'll get you all figured out. We'll get you squared away for doing this for us. You guys said, thanks. That's good enough payment, technically. Then you went to the Westward Runners Guild, which the party then realized the name of Garen's guild that he is in. Guild of nothing but artificers and craftsmen. Artisans. Met a wonderful half-elvish woman at the counter, who
Nobody knows the name of it yet.
nobody knows who she really is. Nobody asked questions. Garen handled the conversation, and you all were given a ticket that, unfortunately, nobody could read.
Nope. Well. No.
I think it was Keeley that could read it. Yeah, it was Keeley that wound up being able to read it.
Keely was the one who read it. Had
Thank
no
you,
idea what any of it
Unfinished.
meant.
Appreciate you. You're the best, boo boo.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we
Keely-
turned off the verified because we had a few people.
Yeah, I fixed it for you specifically because you were the one that had voiced your concern with it
Yeah.
the most. So
But we got you, boo boo.
Yeah, fixed it for you.
But you got a note. Keely read it to you all, telling you it basically has to do with getting horses.
he gets them 3 horses.
Right? Garen said, fuck yeah. Come to find out as you get there that if anything happens to these horses, you have to pay for them. And y'all said that's fine.
Yep.
Along the journey, rolled decently well for the first couple days. Wind up running into a family that just had some cart issues. Wind up quickly with some mending and some craftsman work, helping them out.
Garen being the expert of drive-by fixing.
Exactly. Was able to roll super well to not ruin your time, which was fantastic. Forgot to mention, Alric had disappeared at the beginning, wandering off. You guys can assume to the forest, from what you were told.
We were told we were heading towards Stillben. That's what we were told, was that we were heading towards Stillben. The area that we've gotten to.
Well, I'm talking about Alric when he left.
Oh.
You guys had assumed he was just heading to the forest.
Oh, yeah.
And then Andreas, shortly after, told Garen, I'm heading to the temple for a little bit.
I'll meet up with y'all.
I'll meet up with y'all on the road. And you all said, that's fine.
Yep.
Making your way, you helped a nice, lovely couple get back on the road themselves without losing any time. Was met with a unique individual hooded figure. You guys didn't get many features of who or what they were. That was trying to sell some goods. You chose not to check out his wares, not see what he had on his cart, and made your way along the road, still walking past him.
Literally all of us who were present, ready to just fucking body this dude.
Good luck.
Yeah, but like, the fact that we were all like, no, move please. Move please.
Right.
Anyways,
but
and then
after that, y'all set up camp, realizing you're only about a half a day out from Stillben. You guys set up camp, and upon second watch, it was just Keely.
he wandered away.
And sitting there working on just a little painting, just trying to pass the time, walked and heard some noises from the swamp nearby. Walked into a little bit thicker water, deep for about ankle or so. Didn't really see much except for some logs and some trees falling over. And in that moment was attacked.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we ended our session. Was him getting attacked.
Yeet.
So, where do you guys want to pitch in? What do you have to talk about for session 3?
I want to body whatever this thing is if Garen wakes up, which we'll see. Body this thing, go back to sleep, get our long rest, make it into Stillben, get this damn shipment. If it's that fucking easy. And then get the fuck out of there. If it's that fucking easy. So that he can get back for Winter's Crest.
Mm-hmm.
Because he wants to spend Winter's Crest at home.
Because I assume from the RP and the way that Garen has been built, this is one of his more favorite holidays. He likes the cold.
He loves the cold, and Winter's Crest, the very first Winter's Crest he ever celebrated was when he was given his hammer.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
the holiday as a whole holds a special place in his heart.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yes.
What we ended off the session on a cliffhanger, but like what are you looking forward to next session? Next session is session 4. It's this Saturday.
Yeah. I know it's probably not gonna happen, but definitely leveling up. And seeing
She's
what
like
I
me,
can do.
for real.
I hope we level up. That should be a level up. Because I want it to be.
You know, it should be a level up.
Especially fighting those
ready to go
demigorgons or
fight
whatever
the
the
dead.
fuck they were called.
The what?
Y'all just leveled
I
up.
tried, okay? A man could dream, okay?
What did you say?
She said demigorgons.
I know. I said-
Where are you getting demigorgons from?
To be fair, I was talking with somebody about Stranger Things earlier, so it kind of just tied together a little bit.
I'm gonna show you what you just said.
No, I know exactly what you're.
No.
No.
These are different characters and creatures.
You fucked up.
You fucked up saying, yeah, that's gonna be something you fight.
Done
now.
messed up!
You just fucked over your entire party. How do you feel?
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I heard you. What?
It's gonna be me that hurts you. I want to see this thing too. This little looking up in the book is brought to you by me, the only sponsor that we've had so far for our wonderful giveaway that we're having this Saturday, April 1st at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're giving away an entire D&D gift basket is what I'm calling it, full of many good items and stuff to help you get started on your own D&D adventures and your own campaign. Make sure you're here Saturday, April 1st, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time for the stream. And also present during break at 11:30, 12 o'clock Central Standard Time to make sure you can possibly win this amazing giveaway.
These items are including a D&D dice bag with some cool, awesome, amazing dice in them. They're amazing.
It's all right here if you're watching.
Yeah. We have a couple candles that are D&D themed. One of them is special. We'll tell you why whenever you win it. And we also have a D&D Essentials kit to help you get started on your D&D adventures.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not gonna have his stat block in here.
But it's going to have a picture, right?
No.
Oh,
it's
lucky.
The book that I'm thinking of that it's in, I believe, is Mordenkainen's.
Tome of Foes. Yeah.
Can you look up the Demogorgon?
But I can read this here.
Baby.
This is under the Demon Lords section. The Demon Lords.
Danny, this is more for you of what you just said that you thought.
Demogorgon.
Found it.
The Sylvan.
That's not the
Beast.
same one.
That's the one from Stranger Things.
That's the one from Stranger Things. That's not the one we're talking about, though.
The Sylvan Beast, and well, they're the same concept and everything. It's the same concept and everything.
Yeah, still.
Right.
The Sylvan Beast and the self-styled Prince of Demons, Demogorgon yearns for nothing less than undoing the order of the multiverse. An insane assemblage of features and
Yeah.
drives. The Prince
No,
of
I
Demons
don't have
inspires
it.
fear.
Oh.
Inspires fear and hatred among the other demons and demon lords. Demogorgon towers 3 times the height of a human, his body as sinuous as a snake's, and as powerful as a great ape's. Suckered tentacles take the place of his arms. His saurian lower torso ends in webbed, clawed feet, and a forked tail whose whip-like tips are armed with cruel blades. The Prince of Demons has 2 baleful baboon heads, both of them mad. It is only the conflict between the two halves of his dual nature that keeps the Demon Lord's ambitions in check. Yeah, Demogorgon's fun.
You do not want to fight them at 3rd level.
No,
Danny.
no.
Yeah, I know.
So what is it that you guys have fought again?
A fairy.
What?
A
No.
fairy. I said a fairy.
He just gave you the answer.
I know.
Wait, those are two very different
Yeah,
things.
exactly. Why do you think I'm giving her the look that I'm giving her?
I know.
A knoll fairy.
How did we get to this? How did we get here?
I drove.
What
Anyway.
rabbit hole did we
Right.
get ourselves in?
It's chaos as always. But who knows? You are doing a task, meeting a marker. Who knows? This could be a double level up.
Who knows? This could be a milestone.
What?
Who knows? We could all just die.
Who knows?
I don't know. You guys technically don't know what creature bit him because you're all asleep.
Yep.
It could have
Wait,
been
who
a
bit
Keely,
who?
Keely, you don't remember the very end of the session? We left off on a cliffhanger.
Do you not remember the end of session 3?
Not really.
Oh my.
that
Where? Crocodile? So they could shapeshift into crocodiles.
No, I'm
No.
This is me coming in with no context.
So the way that the session ended was we had set up camp. We had half a day's journey, maybe roughly give or take,
No, I
to
remember.
get to Stillben.
It's okay.
Second watch came around,
I
and
remember.
Keely, being the only one awake on second watch, decided, hey, you know what sounds like a fun idea? To abandon camp. And walked into the swamp that we're next to. Unbeknownst to him, it being a swamp, because we don't know we're in a swamp. Not really, like it's swamp-like, but it could just be a marshy forest. You never know.
You know what? I'm just gonna.
And
remember.
yeah.
No, you need to be here. You're
Yeah.
present in this conversation, ma'am.
So he wandered and saw a bunch of logs, and then one of these logs just like turned around and
Did that.
Did that exactly. Went and bit.
And took half his health from what he said. I said, you guys better kill it quick.
That was the most perfectly timed bite in
Literally.
existence. Holy.
Somebody clip it. Somebody clip it.
Clip it. Oh my.
Anyways, I'm also excited to see.
I love that you just put in the chat too, talking to Unfinished. Same, I barely remember what I did 2 days ago. It is fucking obvious.
No. You got. Swear. What was 2 days? Oh, Monday.
It's chaos.
Are you okay?
For somebody
You can
that
say
says-
no. It's okay.
I'm gonna just throw this out there and then I want to move on. For somebody that loves D&D as much as they say, but yet forgets what happened last session, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny.
She always wants to keep playing because she knows she's gonna forget.
Yeah, right.
Why quit while we're ahead?
That's why she wants every Saturday versus every other.
No, I don't have the mental capacity for every Saturday.
Yeah, you do.
Nah.
You do it every Sunday.
My back hurts now.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Miss Lilith,
Si, senor.
you knowing from the 2 different Winter's Crest festivals you've been a part of, have a chance to celebrate yet again a very eventful day. This time, for the first time for you, at the college. What are your thoughts? You can answer at any moment. It's fine.
You and your skulking around thieving lifestyle is about to spend the first Winter's Crest probably ever in public with everyone rather than on the sidelines waiting to steal what people drop.
What are your thoughts?
Oh, what mischief can I get away with?
You know what? I'm here for it.
Yeah, no,
Right.
and it suits the character. Yeah, but very much to your character, you also do have to remember you chose that your character only steals from the rich and gives to the poor, which I'm getting there, Zach. You gotta keep throwing up those signs like you're about to say something.
Sorry.
This is a perfect opportunity. It's at the college. That's why I threw in there. It's at the college for the first time ever.
I can still figure it out.
There are a lot of arcanists and a lot of spellcasters, and you currently, at this moment, have a student in your party.
Oh no, I'll figure something out.
It's funny because the student's the one that's helping her do this type of shit by enabling it.
What do you mean?
I have a student?
No, the student.
Tomei.
Oh, I was thinking Garen, because Garen's taking classes there.
He is,
Yeah,
but I was referencing Tomei.
that makes more sense.
Tomei's still a student at this moment.
Yeah, that's fair.
On his last couple years.
Yeah, he's in his last couple of years. He's taken this is after you've done your PhD. You're just going for fun at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
one more degree?
Right. You know what? I think this weekend I might go get my bachelor's in something else.
Real.
I mean, you got a long life to live.
Yeah, here's the thing, Unfinished. On what Unfinished just said in the chat, she hasn't really said a goddamn word this entire time until literally the last 15 minutes.
I wonder why.
Real.
She has not said a goddamn word. But anyways, you excited? You're fighting something again. You're 4 sessions in. This is your second fight.
Yeah.
There's a lot more combat in your campaign.
There's gonna be, because that's how I've really mapped it out, that I want you guys to have a nice balance between the two.
I just hate that Garen's not as helpful in combat.
You tried. I told you, if
I
you
know.
want a multi-class, you have to be a utility character.
Yeah, I made the ultimate support character.
Yeah.
The things he makes helps more in combat, but he can't make things in combat yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yet.
Just
Big
become that one
emphasis.
chick off of fuck, what is that?
You
My
talking about
Hero.
My Hero, the chick that can just materialize
Yes.
something?
Not possible.
I mean, fabricate is a spell.
Why?
Yeah, but it's very limited on what it can fabricate.
Yeah, and some other features with some good rolls and a lot of gold coins. Garen could be that guy that's throwing together, he's feeding arrows to the archer as he's making them on his turn.
He is that guy.
You don't have an archer yet,
No, but
yeah,
That's when
that's fair.
my character comes into play.
No, right? That's when Caden joins the party. No, I'm kidding. But
I mean,
I would love for Caden to be a part of our party, but we already have one online boy, and it would be
Yeah.
so hard.
Arcane Archer would be fucking hilarious though.
It's
Or like
just so mid. Let's
It
be
is.
honest here.
But, like,
It's so mid.
you jump into it for the feature of the elemental arrows.
Yeah.
And that's it. You just tap in to get that and then leave.
Yeah.
Do something else.
Go do other
But
things.
Garen, we're running out of time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
gonna try to hit on you for the session, and then I want a looting, and then
Yep.
we can call it. But you got to go back to your guild hall and introduce your new acquaintances to your actual guild hall,
Mm-hmm.
and saw a familiar face.
Mhm.
What was going through your head with the party all just kind of standing there at your back,
So
watching and just listening?
He's running through in his head. One thought stream is, do I have any brownie points right now? Like, have I earned any points? Am I like, do I have favors right now? Have I cashed in any? And like, he's run through that on one train of thought. Another train of thought is, do I remember her name? And then just constantly trying to remember her name, remembering it, and then forgetting it, and then remembering it again.
More specifically, Garen's been kind of throwing himself as, I'm up there. I'm a little up there in this guild. I'm not my pops area, but I'm known. I'm known. He's kind of a little bit thrown that to the party, and now's that moment to show.
Yeah, so it's really been like the last year for him has been testing the waters as far as like how much influence he really has. And then after the attacks in the city, because there was nothing for the past year that really like he needed to have a level of authority for that he could try and test the waters with. Then there's attacks on the cities, or there's an attack on the city, and we help clean up the mess. And he goes, "Oh, opportunity. Let's test the waters." Right? So now it's okay. I know how the city feels about me. But I haven't been in this hole in a minute. And I just walked in here with somebody who's a thief. And
her ring is showing.
And a fish person. And I'm asking to cash in favors rather than showing up with work.
Oh, it's a high persuasion check.
Yeah, so Garen's over here like, help, please? I'll make you something. I made you something, actually. I did. I had made her the pendant for Moradin.
Mm-hmm.
Which
she loved. It helped. It helped on that persuasion check. But DM notes here a little bit. It was a high persuasion check. You had the pendant to Morden, so that helped a little bit. But it was more or less she didn't notice the ring on Lilith's hand. She rolled low on her perception.
Thankfully.
Mm.
Which...
But fish person walking in, that's why it was such a high persuasion, because she's like, this is a very weird and interesting group.
And of course she recognized Garen, and Garen isn't normal by any comparison. He's just as weird as the rest of them.
Mm-hmm. The biggest thing there that I want to know, how did it hit Garen? How did Garen feel? Is when she looked at him and was like, "You're a tinker. Act like it."
That opened up a whole new thought line of like, oh, because he had the thought of like, what is my standing with the guild? You've posed the question to me above table before, but the question he's asking himself is, am I Garen Tinker to them, or am I Garen Tinker, Jarl's son? Or am I Jarl Tinker's kid? Like, what is my name to them? And she said, "You're a tinker." And he went, okay.
That alludes to which one?
Yeah. Yeah, he goes, okay, I can work with that. He was just given slag steel and was told to make the finest blade in the world. And he went,
fuck,
I can work with that.
Yes, but Lilith,
Yes.
what do you think is gonna happen this next session?
We're not gonna die. I know that. We're not gonna die.
Certainly try.
We're not gonna die.
Campaign point 5, over in 5 sessions.
Nah, this is session 4, man.
Oh yeah, no. There's gonna be one of us that ends up surviving, because somebody's gonna be like, well, we need to run and start booking it, right? So they start running, they survive, then they've got to go home, tell the story of everything, and then probably just cease to ever adventure again.
That's fair.
That'd be me.
I
That would be me.
don't know. I feel like you would probably get snapped at trying and failing at a sneak attack again.
Yeah.
Whereas Garen can be standing in the background observing everything for a moment before running in.
Yeah.
And if the strategical play is get to moving, he makes sure that if Andreas is around, Andreas and him make it out of there.
Mm-hmm.
That's his only commitment right now, as far as that goes. So
Fucking unfinished.
that's fair.
That's fair.
That's
That's
fair.
very fair. But so continue not dying.
Not dying. I don't know. I personally. What the fuck? I saw blue light. I'm sorry.
And she forgot what she was talking about.
I kind of did.
Yep, there it is.
Not dying in what?
I definitely want to venture around because I've never really been outside of my hometown and the one city.
You can.
Yeah.
You can adventure around Stillben. It would take another day though.
Yeah, we're on a clock.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fuck.
You are an adventuring party. You can always adventure wherever.
That's fair.
Garen is in the thought of for doing this job of I need to make a map in my head of Stillben as we walk through, and all of the places of interest he's going to pink on the map. And that's the only buildings on the map in his mind is where these places are.
Okay.
Intelligence check, high DC.
I mean, if anything, he could be sitting there like as we're going, like sketching and plotting.
Yeah, it'd be up to a couple different rolls. I'd have to like really think about what I would have you roll for that, but it would still be up to a roll. Can you accurately or can you actually do this, or are you too distracted?
Right. Yeah, no. So if there's a place that you get your eyes on that you're like, when we come back here, we need to go there. You let Garen know.
Okay.
Also, point of reference, as you get closer to the coast, it's not as cold as it was. It's still chilly, but not as cold.
Yeah.
Because that nice coastal wind.
In the warmer coastal waters.
Yep.
Yeah.
So point of reference, you guys don't have to wear your 2 coats anymore.
No, I can wear 3. No, I'm kidding.
Well, and
You might need to whenever you get back to Westeron.
Oh,
with
no.
Zephyr near proximity as well. That kind of leads into the change of weather nearby.
Yep. But yeah, Garen, you kind of alluded a little bit, waking up, hopefully, embodying this thing.
Fucking destroying this alligator. He will attempt to take its hide.
You can certainly try.
And as well as teeth,
You can certainly try.
if it has teeth. Because some alligators don't have teeth because they rip them onto like logs and shit all the time. Or they come out while they're like biting on something that struggles free. It's wild.
Alligators are great, man.
But do all that. Get to Stillben. Do the job. Make mental maps. Head back. Wintercrest.
Yeah, I'm just excited for the ball.
Just be careful of the travel back.
Yeah.
If we run into that merchant
Caden,
again, I'm sleeping.
I'm going to ask you as an outside perspective that hasn't really paid attention to the sessions, unfortunately, just due to time and scheduling.
Time and scheduling.
Right.
All about it.
I'm gonna ask you, what do you think, just from the little bit of context you've been given from the conversation of a little bit of Garen's story, a little bit of Lilith's story, the fact that they're being attacked in the dead of night, two of their party members are not here with them.
Yeah.
What do you think could possibly happen next in this next session, or what if you were the DM would you have happen?
That's the
next?
beauty of D&D, is that anything can happen. I hate to give such a very generic answer, but I mean that's just the truth of it. Anything can happen, and you know what I would do is I wouldn't say irrelevant, but like at the end of the day, it's all about what would you do? What would your players do? How you put them in? You know, that's all about D&D. Is you just put them in situations, and you know the whole thing is how do you get out of these situations?
Don't fuck around and find out.
Don't fuck around because you will find out. That's absolutely
The
like the big
the famous
to it.
line, "How do you want to do this?"
Literally.
yeah.
It's how do you,
You
want to do this?
Exactly. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, I just want you to be
Oh.
involved in the conversation
Oh,
a little
sure,
bit.
For sure, for sure.
Sure.
Honestly, that creates a really nice encounter, like kind of hindering the party in some way. You know, I think the best combat encounters are the ones that involve more than just those that are just, oh, I hit person with big stick. Person with big stick hits me with big stick. I hit them with big stick again. Oh, they're dead. Like for an example, I heard a story of it was this party fighting a red dragon, and as the red dragon is kind of getting hurt, it's attempting to fly away. But as it's flying away, it kind of like goes around, makes a pass, starts breathing fire, and then on like the other side of the hill, there's a house and it's being burned down, and the DM's like, oh, you hear like screams of like a family, and the dragon's flying away in like the opposite direction. What do you do? You're like now you have this moral dilemma of do I kill the dragon or do I save the family?
It's a trolley. It's
Yeah.
a trolley question.
It's like putting like it doesn't necessarily need to be a trolley question like that. Because I can see the analogy there.
Yeah.
But situations like that where there's a bit more nuance to it. That's
because
it's just so I think you have a lot of opportunity to add a lot of nuance to that. Whatever you want to do is completely up to you. But I think there's a lot of, you know, there's many different things you can do to throw different loops and bones and detriments even to your party.
Red herrings are also great. Things that they can think that tie to that narrative that in reality have absolutely nothing to do with anything. Those are fun too.
yeah. My thing is, one of the biggest things I thought about this is something that you kind of hit on. Going back to sleep and getting your long rest. Do you finish this fight quick enough to get your long rest?
Well, the long rest restarts from the end of the fight. Nonetheless. Because
That's what I'm saying.
That's how mechanics work.
You're a half a day's journey out. If you go in, spend the day getting stuff, and get back to the point that you rested, you're on track. Do you stay and sleep in and possibly try to speed this fucking transaction up and maybe miss out on a couple key features of maybe some liquor bottles, maybe something going on? Or do you just say, fuck it?
See,
That's the beauty of D&D.
That is, again, like you hit that perfectly. You were the wise words of Caden.
It gives
See.
you a lot of options, man.
I'm also the player that's like, why not both?
Yeah.
Like, why not sleep in, get the long rest, get the full long rest, get to Stillben, get the shipment, make that as quick and as smooth as possible as we can. Now, if there's other hiccups, that's not on us. And Garen will keep that in mind when it comes to getting back to Westrun. If for any reason this gets delayed, and it was for a reason that had nothing, that they had no control over, but somebody did, he's gonna make sure that's a negotiation point. Because Garen is money hungry.
It's great. I've put a lot of, like, there's not a lot written down, unfortunately. I'm starting to write shit down. But there's a lot here. There's a lot right here. And it's constant. Like, I know the life of a DM, that it's constant thinking about this, thinking about that, and I see why there's 5 notebooks that you have written out of stuff. I am very fortunate in, I don't need to write out a bunch of stuff. I just need to write, like, small details. If I have the small details, my entire bigger picture is even better. But the bigger picture and everything that goes on, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited for this next session. I am so excited. I want kind of that. I like cliffhangers because it makes not only the viewers want to come back and watch more, it makes the players, what the fuck?
Yep.
Like, and I'll be honest, kind of throwing some, like, out there. It was a little, like, oh, to me, when I said that's where we're getting in the session, nobody reacted. Not a single person in this room reacted.
To be fair, it was late.
Mm-hmm.
2 of the party members had already left prior. One of them wasn't even there the whole session, and the other one left prior to us even leaving the city.
Let's see.
Yeah, we saw that. Zach paused.
And our characters are asleep. So, like, in all reality, we didn't know what was happening until the second time you explained what was happening. That we were like, oh, hold on, what? Yeah, so there was enough variables in there for us to, like, kind of be out of it a bit.
And that's very fair. That's very, very fair. But I plan and hope to leave more cliffhangers to keep the viewers interested and to keep you guys intrigued as to what could be coming next. And there is a lot. Caden said it best. The beauty of D&D is, how do you want to do this?
Yep.
But with that, that is session 3 of campaign point 5 recapped. Be there Saturday,
Or be
April
square.
1st, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, as we will start the entries for our wonderful sponsored giveaway. And it
Right
came back,
back.
literally.
Right back.
Do you end this?
Hey, that's our. Don't you end this on me.
We're not ending quite yet.
No, we just crashed. Sorry. Are we here unfinished?
All right, I'm gonna repeat everything I said. So you're already here. So why not follow Fleeting Hope? That's the one part you need to do, and then the other part is going to follow twitch.tv/whitehawk_10. It's going to be live here in 20-30 minutes. Go and have a good time. Drop the follow as well, and then be here 10 p.m. CST for campaign point 5. And that break, they're going to announce the lovely winners. Hopefully, it can pop into chat and be there with y'all. If not, then
We will definitely need
good
the
luck
moderator
to
help.
and then good luck to everybody, and may the best person win. But other than that,
Yeah. 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, Saturday, April 1st. We start the entries for this lovely giveaway that is behind Zach. Plus a couple extra items that aren't there yet. And then at 11:30, 12 p.m., we'll go to break, and that is when we will draw our winners. They're smelling the candles because this is one of the last chances that they're going to get to smell.
the candles do smell wonderful.
They do smell
They're
I like
fucking
that one
amazing.
better.
One of them is special. Well, you get to learn why if you win it. But one of them is special.
Well, now I don't know.
Yeah. No, you don't.
Now I don't know. I can't spoil it for you guys.
I don't know which one.
I think I know. I think I know.
One of them. You get to figure out which one it is and why it's special.
Oh, they smell wild together.
Wild together.
I mean-
oh,
Isn't Bardic Inspiration a bonus action?
it is.
Oh, I love
It
that.
is.
I love that.
I haven't played a
Put
Bardic
one on each side.
so
There you go.
long, so I have no idea. I actually haven't
That
seen someone play a
messes with
Bardic.
my
so
brain.
I gotta smell it now. I gotta smell this.
Bardic Inspiration is indeed a bonus action.
That is wild.
Wait, let me.
What the
hold
fuck?
on, hold on. I need to.
I love it.
Your eyes went cross for a second.
Ooh. Yes, but thank you guys for joining us for this lovely recap. We hope to see you all Saturday
Geese.
for Campaign Point 5.
Yes.
Zach, you're the normal one that ends this out.
We're gonna go around and reintroduce ourselves. I'm Zach, your humble DM. Catch me Saturday playing Garen Tinker, and I guarantee you won't forget. And then Sunday DMing Campaign 1 Session 54. 54, Jesus,
Too many sessions.
we are,
Yeah,
oh,
in the long haul.
we're in a long haul now.
I'm Lilith in Campaign Point 5, or Kaylin in the original campaign.
Campaign 1.
Campaign 1, yeah, and my name is Danny.
And can people find you on social media?
I don't post on social media.
Right?
Hello, my name is Caden. I play Bowen Beetledeedle in Campaign 1, and I am Dust Particle number 2,463,853 in Campaign Point 5.
One of them is using you as a spell component.
Yeah. In terms of
He's just on the hammer.
in terms of social media, I mean, I'm on it. It's more my personal life though, so if you want to see what I do on a day-to-day basis, absolutely.
Follow us, Be Real.
Follow my Be Real at ASAP.
They be amazing.
My Be Real is quite amazing. People call me Caden from Be Real quite often for a reason. So
It's great.
Yeah.
His Be Real is amazing. Hi, I'm Whitehawk, otherwise known as Gavin. I play Tomei Ata in Campaign Point 1, the High Elven Wizard, and am the humble DM for Campaign Point 5. You can find me at twitch.tv/whitehawk_10 and also on Instagram, Twitter, all the fun places. Just look up Whitehawk10 in some variation and you should find me one way or another. But yeah, I do a lot of chaos gaming because chaos is fun.
chaos game.
He's caused.
Be here Saturday.
He's caused some chaos recently. Have you been streaming the GTA 5 RP stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
I got in
chaotic.
trouble. I got in trouble with how much chaos I was creating.
Yeah.
The admins had to message me.
Yeah.
It was oh.
It was wild.
Damn.
But no,
Anyways, send us off.
That's it.
Oh yeah, you can find me on the internet. Good luck.
Elusive target type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Stay happy, stay hydrated.
Stay horny.
Don't dare forget to fucking smile. We love you. And that's it. We'll see you Saturday. Bye.
See ya.
They're coming for us now. Somehow they found us out. No sudden moves, don't make a sound. They're out for blood this time around. We gotta burn it all down. Today's the day, revolution's on its way. Our time is now, hold the line. This is how we'll be defined. Just stand your ground, give and take. Only works when both sides really give and take. The revolution's on its way. Look around, what do you know? This whole damn place is about to blow. Look around, what do you see? I see the wolves at bay coming after me. Oh, get ready for the war. They're coming now, yeah, they're right outside the door. They tried to hold us down, but they can't control us now. Today's the day, revolution's on its way. Our time is now, hold the line. This is how sides really giving me chills. The revolution's on its way. Look around, what do you know? This whole damn place is about to blow. Look around, what do you see? I see the wolves at bay coming after me. Oh, 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 get ready for the war. They're coming now, yeah, they're right outside the door. Break us down more. They want it all. They're gonna try to take us all. They wanna see us fall. Get ready for the war. Look around, what do you know? This whole damn place is about to blow. Look around, what do you see? I see the wolves at bay coming